Hello and welcome to another episode of Ask the Wizard, streaming live almost daily. This is, I'm going to turn my audio down just a tad. This is the one thing that you have to do if you want to be, or more accurately, not do, if you want to be an effective Manifestor. Starting the timer now. Get comfortable, grab a coffee. See you in 5. How about we try that? Let's take off of mute. Hey, how you doing? Russ here. Ask the Wizard, streaming live almost daily for, I don't even know what it is. Oh, 12/12. There you go. December 12th of 22. So 2022, 12/12. A lot of twos in there. The one thing, like I said, the one thing you have to do, maybe more accurately, is the one thing not to do to be an effective manifestor. Neville Goddard, I refer to him often, and a lot of the people that you listen to will refer to him, and if they haven't, they have definitely still followed his teachings. He talks about faith being loyalty in the unseen, or maybe loyalty to the unseen. So what's the unseen? Hey, Aline, how you doing? So what is the unseen? The unseen is not your material physical world. So he talked about being loyal to the visions, to the dreams, to the desires, all of which exist in the non-physical. What do I mean by that? It's not here right now. And then he talks about ignoring, here's kind of the action piece of it, ignoring anything in your physical world that doesn't align with this vision that you've created. Now, this is where your, if you will, common sense is going to be assaulted. This is where, if you even suggest this as a technique to others around you, it will confirm their suspicions that you're just like batshit crazy. And you may, no, not you may, you will have that same battle with yourself, because your common sense, your logic, the belief systems that have been ingrained in us, and that the only way you can affect change in your physical world is to make change happen. And again, that's not completely false, because if it snowed and there's snow on the sidewalk, you need to shovel the damn thing, right? But when we're manifesting our dreams and desires, effort always works against us. Elmer Lockerbie Jr., I think is his name. He quoted a formula, and I don't know whether it's his or whether he got it from somebody else, but I really like it. He says, attention minus effort equates to efficiency. And I really like that, because it's like a phrase I can keep in my mind. So what's attention to what? Attention to the internal desire, attention to the dream, attention to what you would like to see here, but not attention to what you are seeing here. And this is where, again, it's going to assault almost every common sense cell that you have, because it's been so ingrained in us that this, right, is real and substantial, and more real and more substantial than your dreams, your desires, that, especially in the beginning, and even as you're moving through them, are primarily going to be only in one place, and that's in your mind, right? The visions that you carry out, the daydreams, those type of things. And more often than not, especially in the beginning, and not only the beginning, they will directly be contradicted by what you see out here in the physical world. And Neville Goddard says, and he's not the only one, of course, he says, ignore. So actively ignore anything in your physical world that contradicts the desire you have inside. And this will take work. Guaranteed it's going to take work, and it's going to take diligence to do that, because it is so deceptively simple to slip into that, giving more credence and more solidity to your physical experiences than to ones that are purely non-physical. And even as you're moving through that, because here's what's going to happen. You're going to see some evidence out here happen. Right? Here's the thing, right? So let's say you've got this desire and everything out here is going, there's no way that's going to happen. Okay, so we got this. But now you start to see some changes. You start to see some changes happen out here a little bit. And we'll go, oh, wow, this is really cool. I'm working on this. I'm doing the manifesting techniques, and I'm actually seeing some change happening out here. Then here's what you see, and here's what your common sense, if you will, is, and it's voices in your head, right? See, the good news is you're not crazy. Voices are real. The voices in your head they're going to try and rationalize that away, or they're going to try and say, well, it was just a one of, or what they're going to do is they're going to say, well, yes, that aligns with it. Well, what about this and 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 this that doesn't align to it? Once again, we come back to loyalty, as Neville Goddard says, and again, he's not the only one. I mean, Wayne Dyer said, when you believe it, you'll see it. Same kind of thing, right? You come back to ignoring, consciously, proactively ignoring anything and everything out here that doesn't align with your internal desire. And when those little reflections start to happen, what I want you to do is focus on them. So choose them, that one little tidbit, just that one little thing. So focus on that. If you want to focus on anything in your physical world, when those reflections start to happen, focus on them, right? Your mind is still going to try and throw all this other stuff at you. Guaranteed it will. And this is where discipline, and this is where consistency is. This is where willpower, right, isn't just refusing to give those things your focus, your attention. Because when you do that, now you're going to slip introducing effort, and now the whole thing it stalls, really, is what happens. Your work is on visualizing. Step 2, right? 5-step manifesting process. Step 1, creating your perfect desire. That happens non-physically. Step 2, feeling it on the inside. Visualizing and feeling what it feels like in your body as though it has already happened. Step 3 is managing resistances, managing obstacles. That's usually where this comes in. Step 4 is taking inspired action. Step 5 is celebrating your victories. In step 3, managing those resistances, that's a huge piece of it. Because you think it, you start to feel it, and then this out here directly contradicts it. And then you try and rationalize, analyze, question, and all of the fight against, and all of those things, you're giving that evidence power. And if you're giving the evidence power, you're not giving the desire power. It's one or the other. So by coming back, and you're going to screw up 1,000 times, that's okay. But as soon as you recognize that you're starting to look at this evidence out here and going, oh, yeah, geez, nothing's happening yet. Maybe my desire was too big. Maybe it was just flat out wrong desire. Maybe it was whatever. What are you doing? You're giving it your attention. Come back to, this is what I believe. This is what I feel. This is my new truth. Not this one, but the one that's internal. And I'm going to stick with that no matter what. I'm going to consciously ignore, even though people would think I'm crazy, even though people would think I'm foolish, even though people would think I'm irresponsible, even though my voices in my head are going to tell me all that stuff too. I'm not letting go. I did a video, quite a while ago. The title of it was, "Is this the hill that you're going to die on?" And there's that saying, this is the hill I've chosen to die on. And it's like, this is it. I'm not moving. I don't care. I'm not moving. Choosing that hill and going, this is my desire, and I'm not moving. I don't care. I don't care what the evidence out here tells me. This is my new desire. I'm not going anywhere. I know I'm going to trip. I know I'm going to fall. I know I'm going to slip into this illusion that this is more real than this. I know I'm going to start to get down on myself. I know I'm going to do all that kind of stuff. That's okay. That's where resiliency comes in. Then you get back up and you go back to this, get back up and go back to this, get back up and go back to this. I'll finish as I started. Neville Goddard, great guy. Never met him personally. Gone now. Teachings are everywhere. And I've found their way in so many other teachers as well. Having that loyalty to the unseen, even if it doesn't make any sense, and it probably won't, at least not initially. Because this is your new truth. Maybe that is true, was true once. Maybe it's even apparently true right now, but it doesn't mean it'll always be that way. Because as you stay loyal to this, as you keep coming back to this, every time you get knocked down, this will give way to this. And that's when the magic happens. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Share. We're all in this together. See you on the web.